What is up? So I broke out the old Nintendo 64 because I was just hooking it up to the TV to kind of goof around with it. Um, the only game I play on this is Mario Kart, but I have a couple other games, not many. Um, and I noticed a couple months ago it wouldn't work. The Mario Kart cartridge stopped working. I didn't know if it was the cartridge or actually the game system, and I didn't try any of my other games. I just basically stuck it in the closet. So after testing today, it definitely is the Mario Kart cartridge, which sucks because that means I have to get another one. But another thing that happened was whenever I put in this little multi-pack thing I have that has Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man and stuff like that on it. I got a controller pack error, which is where you save your games to, and the controller pack just, it's the controller pack. Well, those controller packs actually have a small 3-volt battery in them. And the thing that sucks is the way that these things are built. The battery sits in there and it has this little hook right here that touches the board. So I've already taken it off and I had to kind of finagle. You can see the top of this is kind of bent up a little bit. So I've got to get this kind of straightened back out and then put a little bit of solder on it. I'm going to solder this guy back on. And then I have to hook where this little connector hooked right there. It touches the board right there. So what I'm going to do is just solder a small piece of wire from there to the bottom of this to fix it. But I'll have to solder this back onto here and then put it back together. And then you have your reset on that side. So to take these apart, there's just 2 screws at the bottom. So you just take these 2 screws out, it pops loose. And how I got this off was I heated it with a soldering iron and then used a small pair of pliers and a screwdriver to kind of shove up under there and rolled it back. Which there may be an easier way to do this, but this is how I did it. I kind of rolled it back, so I bent it until it popped loose. Now what I got to do is straighten it back out though, so that's the harder part, is getting it back straight so that I can solder this stuff back together. And then we can put it back in the pack here, and then we'll be able to save games again. So that's all you have to do. Once you get this off, you can basically just hook your new battery up, put it on there, and then solder it in place. And that way you can unsolder it and pull it off later if you need to. And you won't have to go through the whole prying and everything. This bottom piece, I could basically do the same thing and roll it off, but why? I can just hook a freaking wire to it, it'd be easier. And in the long run, if I have to do it again, I can just unsolder the battery and pull it off. Don't have to worry about all the garbage. But yeah, so that's it. It's just one of these small boards. Save game pack. Well, hopefully that information will help somebody if you are trying to modify or fix your game pack if it stopped working. It definitely is just this 3-volt battery. These are just basically CMOS batteries for computers. You can get these anywhere, a couple dollars. So not a big deal. This one actually came from another computer, so we're going to use it anyway. Probably has a little bit of life left. Normally these things will last for a long time. I've seen them last, 20 years in computers. So it died though. Not a big deal though, because we can fix it. Alright, well, I'm going to solder this back together and then I'll do a little update. Alright, so we got her back together. Basically just soldered a wire in there and then soldered it to the bottom of the battery. And then to make sure the battery didn't touch the board, put a little duct tape on it and just wrapped it over, soldered the top. let's give it a try and see what we get. We pop it in now. Should be okay. Let's see. Let's A to repair. Repair successful. All right, continue. Works. Excellent. Cool. Take it easy. Peace.